I am in Philadelphia for a wedding. I forget what I vlogged from the last time I vlogged, but we're staying at this really cute bed and breakfast. Like, look at it. They've got this American Revolution thing. Pennsylvania, you know? Okay, I have been so sedentary lately, just not being active, so I'm gonna go on a walk. It's like 3 p.m. we slept in because the East Coast time, but because I've been sick, I just have not been feeling the really intense workouts at all. So we're gonna do a more chill one, just so I get some movement in today, because tomorrow I'll be flying for most of the day. Okay, we're ready to go. Here's my Rent the Runway fit, you guys. I think the earrings are so fun for New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. I'm at the airport. I'm gonna take a shower. Got this nice shower at this lounge. Nice products. Good morning, guys. I'm home. It's January 2nd, so Happy New Year. I've written out a bunch of goals and stuff, and now that I'm back home, I feel like I can really start the new year. Yesterday was an incredibly long travel day, and I was only in Philadelphia for one full day. You guys know I was planning to go to either Miami or New York after that, but we ended up rescheduling that whole thing. So yeah, I tried to not fly that far for that little of time, but sometimes things just happen, and it is nice to be home and whatever, it's fine. But I left in such a hurry, so I really don't want to start my new year off in a messy apartment. So we're gonna be kind of getting my life together today, getting some editing done as well. Yeah, getting back on the good habits because I feel out of shape. You know, the holidays they got me this year. They really did. So we're gonna get back on it. We're gonna work out. I am about to go work out, but as you can see, I threw my clean towels onto the couch before I was leaving. So I'm just gonna do a quick little tidy up so I don't come back here and go, oh my god, it's so messy. But we're gonna do a real cleanup later, I'm thinking. So we'll do a quick little 7 minutes and see what that gets. You'd be amazed at what you can do in that amount of time. Like, you can really make things a lot more tidy. All right, workout done. Now I feel like we're starting the new year off right. It always feels so good. I feel like I needed the endorphins a little extra today after traveling and stuff. So we got that done. This is your reminder. Get a workout in, even just if it's a walk or whatever. Getting ready for a day of mostly editing, but you guys know I like to just get ready regardless. Just makes it feel like the day is happening, and then if I do need to film any random little clip, I'm already ready to go. So I think I'm gonna go to a coffee shop today to work. I haven't done that in so long because typically I am more productive just working at home because I need to do voiceovers and stuff, but I'm just like feeling like I really am craving some hustle and bustle. It's too quiet in here. I don't want to be in here. I feel weird coming back here after the holidays. It's like all that fun is over, and now it's just like just me in here. Sam actually went to Greenville because he has to, like, you know, get work done and stuff. So it's just it just feels a little lonely in here right now because I haven't had it all to myself like this in a while. It's just always a weird adjustment when you go from being around people all the time to not, and so I just want to get out in the world, basically, is what I'm saying, because it really can be a lot, like working for yourself and living alone, both of those very isolating, and it does help a lot to just be around people. Sometimes you even find, like last time I did this, I ran into my friend Erin, and so that was fun. So it's like, you never know, you might bump into someone you know. I forget, I think I mentioned this, but I didn't really have anything planned for the next 5 days because I thought I was going to be shooting a video in Miami, so I didn't like plan anything nothing. Like, I didn't plan anything to film with people, or I have one like person I'm getting coffee with on Friday for like a business related thing, but that's pretty much it. And I always feel so weird if I don't have plans. Like, I just feel like, oh, what am I doing with my life, you know? I like to always have some stuff planned, and I do have things planned for later in this month, but yeah, obviously I didn't think I'd be here right now. So we're gonna make the most of it though. Get organized, set goals for the new year, work out. Importing this footage so I don't have to bring my camera with me. Okay, let's hit the coffee shop. I also have to return the Palm Springs internet Spectrum thing. So stop by the UPS store. And later I'm gonna really clean this whole place. Okay, I am back. I got a really good work block of editing done at the coffee shop. It was like a nice vibe in there. It's kind of funny, like a big communal table that a bunch of people were working at, and pretty good food too. I would go back, definitely. I am just the fatigue today, that post-travel. If it wasn't a Tuesday, I would definitely be chilling today, but I feel like I've just been not that productive, obviously, because of the holidays, so I want to get back to it. Okay, so we're finding some music for a video. Okay, I just made a quick little TikTok about how I'm kind of just taking my last video and making it into like making each point a TikTok. So it was how to increase your chances of getting bumped from a flight. Ugh, the first day back after a break is so hard sometimes. It really is for me today, if anyone else is feeling that. And it's just like the editing, the sitting at my computer when I'm used to just not. Okay, so, and I'll acknowledge, I know it's not like I have a job that's, I mean, actually I am doing a lot of numbers. I'm looking at a spreadsheet for this video, so it is kind of like accounting type stuff. So it's especially kind of boring. I'm really about to enter the grocery store hungry. It's like the worst idea, we all know it. It's okay though, I have a list, and I really think I'm just gonna stick to that. Okay, I got a bunch of stuff. I actually like planned out some meals, so I'm trying to do that, guys. I'm trying to be in my cooking era, but I'm also going to Sprouts because I want a rotisserie chicken. That's the only thing that's leaving my cooking era, is making chicken myself. I feel like rotisserie chickens just taste better. They're just better. Back from the store, I got a ton of stuff because I needed to do like a full restock, and I'm excited. It's nice to have a full pantry, fridge, whatever. Also got toilet paper at Trader Joe's. Okay, eggs, lettuce. This is, when I get this, you know, a soup is on the mix. It's kind of cool. I still need to get herbs that I grow, but I haven't. They didn't have any today, so. The chicken. Honestly, it's a deal because this is like a lot of chicken for $10. Already made for you. Made it so much better than I can make. I also got this. I'm gonna make a chicken noodle soup. You guys have been commenting that I should take rotisserie chicken and make my own stock, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I got this in case I don't know, just in case for the future, honestly. So much stuff. Like, this is how you know I'm entering a new era. I never used to buy potatoes or like onions. Like, I feel like I'm getting a lot of actual food, not prepackaged stuff that I can make, which I love. I need to organize this whole area, but also pasta, which will last me a while. These beans will come in handy, oats. I'm just stocked up. I love beets. I think that they're so underrated because growing up you probably have them in like a way they're not prepared great, kind of like Brussels sprouts, but a good roasted beet I think is so good. I love the color. Like, tell me this isn't Benetint. Okay, this looks very Christmassy, but I'm just gonna roast these. Yes, I still need to unpack. Just pretend like it's not there. Cool. Okay, guys, the beets are done. I also just made some quinoa. Okay, it's not like an aesthetically beautiful meal or anything, but it is healthy and it's gonna be very filling. I will have some beets now. Don't mind my vacuum. I'll have beets for a salad I can make tomorrow, which is great. I'm just admiring how I actually have all these fruits and vegetables. Like, I just feel like a health queen. All right, so Lauren's gonna come over. We're gonna go in the hot tub or hang or something. But I'm gonna study some real estate stuff. Until then, I'm about 40% of the way through it now. I've been studying for like, I don't know, 2 weeks maybe, just a bit each day. Launch course. Oh yeah, you do little quizzes at the end. Little quizzes. Okay, so we are on real estate finance. I already know a good amount about mortgages, so this should be good. I'll update you guys with the most interesting thing I learned. I have a good study hack if you guys need it. I've been doing this because sometimes I find myself just like reading the same thing over and over and I'm just not absorbing it. I'm like, I'm not even reading it, like what the heck? So I don't know, like it's just hard to focus sometimes. So one thing I do, if it's just confusing jargon, I'll just put it in ChatGPT and be like, explain this in layman's terms, explain this in the most basic terms. And then it will explain it in a way that I can actually associate with things that I know. And then when I go back and read it again, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. Just because sometimes if there's like too many jargony words, it's like more confusing than necessary. And then another thing I do is I use this website. Okay, this website's called Speechify, and you can just like paste. So you can paste the text in here and it will read it to you.
There are two parts to a mortgage loan: a pledge or promise to pay, and collateral.
And you could actually use like Gwyneth Paltrow's voice. Or Mr. Beast.
Allows the lender the right to foreclose if the borrower does called a mortgage note.
Isn't that funny? You can do Snoop Dogg.
Pledge is the promise to repay the debt. It is an IOU.
So if you have something really boring that you need to memorize or read and you just can't do it for some reason. Good morning from a rainy day in LA. Another one. It's always weird when it's rainy here, but you know, we do need to get rain here, so I'm okay with it today. I know it's boring to talk about the weather, but I think it's gonna get sunny, so yay. All right, workout time. I'm actually gonna run outside for a little bit because it got sunny out, and then probably finish in the gym. We're getting outside today. Okay guys, my run is done. Oh my gosh, I feel so good after that. Running outside hits different. Like I swear, you get extra endorphins when your workout is an outdoor run. Cause like the fresh air, the sun, it was sunny out, and just, I don't know, it was great. So I'm gonna have some supplements. I'm not really a regular supplement taker, but beetroot, because it increases your blood flow. It's supposed to give you like a lot of energy. And vitamin C, because can you hear I'm still like almost 2 months later, a little congested. I think my immune system needs the extra help. So I think I'm just gonna start taking vitamin C regularly, Trader Joe's. And the beetroot, we'll take 2 of these. Good news, everybody. I was informed yesterday by Lauren. We went in the hot tub last night. She told me that the days are getting longer by like 4 minutes each day. And I just love that because I love going on an evening walk. I miss doing that. I never want to do it when it's dark out. It's kind of creepy, and so the days of evening walks are gonna come soon. We're working from the rooftop because I want to be able to eat lunch here, not get hungry at a coffee shop and eat lunch out because I like have something prepared. So go to a coffee shop. Okay, I came back inside to work because it was actually kind of cold out. Finishing up this video, it should be done today, and it's looking good now. I wasn't really loving it yesterday, but now I'm like, oh, okay, I think this is good. All right, happy to report I finished the video, completely finished editing it. Actually early. I thought that was gonna take my whole day, but I have a little bit of time where it's still light out. So I'm gonna go on a walk, a brainstorm walk. So no AirPods, just gonna try and think of ideas for videos, businesses, anything. Anything that is interesting, I'm gonna write it down. I am back home, and I did come up with 5 kind of interesting ideas that I'll probably workshop more. How about I tell you guys one of them? I won't say all of them though, because you know, in case I do them, but let me say one of them. Okay, one would be a video about why car dealerships are dying, because I think the future is not that. So that's one of them. My favorite one I came up with, I don't want to say it because I think that it could do really well, and I know someone probably wouldn't do it, but like just in case, I wouldn't want someone to beat me to it. Here is my salad. from the rotisserie chicken. Let's give it a try. Okay, my favorite part of the day, going in the hot tub for a little bit. I have like 2 TikToks to edit while I'm in there, and then I'm just gonna like watch stuff for fun. Okay, so I studied for an hour and a half. I got through like 2 or 3 chapters, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you have to take a quiz at the end of each one. And the information is kind of, it's like dense, you know? Sometimes I feel like I have to Google things, make sure I really get it enough to remember it, you know? So yeah, but anyway, going to tennis in the morning. I've never gone to the morning class. I like to do the evening because I feel like I'm the most productive in the morning, but they haven't had a good, like, my class level class in the evening all week. I made it a little bit early. I'm back. I'm getting ready, but I'm also making a TikTok while I get ready. So doing one of those fun little getting ready ones. This, I'm gonna explain how mortgages work. It is hard to do these though. Like, I need to think about what I'm gonna say, and it's very unnatural, I feel like, even though they look natural. I feel like my makeup's gonna look so bad because I'm using my iPhone as a mirror, but then I'm kind of going over to my actual mirror to fix it. I finished making that TikTok, and it really is so funny how it makes it so doing your makeup takes like 4 times longer, but I get it. They are kind of fun to watch. But I'm gonna record another one while I do my hair, but I like this outfit better. I changed because I was like, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling that outfit. But I love the fit of this top. It's from White Fox Boutique. It's got like some ruching, and then the pants. I know these pants are not very, I'm probably on trend anymore. Like the really baggy ones are, but I don't have any of those yet. Maybe I'll get. Just recorded the second one and finishing doing my hair now. Okay, just finished editing the second TikTok. Yeah, because interest rates are high, so it was like we didn't want to get stuck refinancing it. Like, just chatted with Rob. We're talking about the Joshua Tree place. He was calling, being like, let's build it now, which I'm like, wait, yeah. You guys know we've kind of stalled it for the last year because the interest rates were very high. And I actually saw a TikTok yesterday of someone saying that there's still an Airbnb bust happening in Joshua Tree. But from what I see with the really good Airbnbs out there, they still get a lot of bookings. But I think that is true with a lot of them. Like, you have to have amenities. You have to. I just felt a little stressed for a sec because I did a TikTok calculating how much money I spent this last month in January, and I was like, how did I spend that much? Like, how? Back to my desk we go. Okay, so one thing that kind of stressed me out when I was doing that TikTok is I found out my health insurance is now $450 a month, and I really don't want to sound like complainy and whatever. I feel like I talk a lot about finances on this channel, and I was just like, I remember last year around this time being shocked that my health insurance went up. It went from like, I think $300 to $380, and then in this year it jumped to $450 for like no real reason. That's what is confusing. So just inflation, I don't know, but it's just gone up. It's gonna get to the point where it's almost doubled within like 3 years for basic insurance that doesn't really cover anything. That is what just got me kind of mad. But I don't know, it's like, what can I even do about it? Is there anything? Can I call them? Can I switch? Maybe I can find a cheaper one. I don't know. It just feels like this scam that we have to take part in. I'm not happy about it. Okay guys, I just made another little short form little TikTok. I think it was a helpful one, but I just feel so like down on myself today. I didn't think today was gonna be like this. I feel like because of the holidays, I like now feel so behind on everything. It's like really overwhelming. Okay, like I start doing something and I'm like, oh my God, I have to reply to this email, to this text, like not just random text from friends, like more urgent things that I actually have to reply to, like regarding a potential deal, whatever. And it just feels like I am trying to get stuff done but haven't quite gotten it done. And then after I started making that TikTok where I was seeing how much I spent last month, I was like, how did I spend this much? How is my insurance $100 more? Spending isn't that out of control, but it is definitely like shocking to see how things are more expensive for what feels like no reason. Like, why is health insurance more expensive? I'm spending less than I have in a long time. Like, I'm not out of control with that, right? But it's like, I feel like people can relate maybe, but I just feel like no matter how hard I try, it just doesn't get there. Like, what the heck? And just in general, YouTube, everything, it just feels so saturated now. It just really feels like, does anyone care about my content? Like, I don't know. I watched this video yesterday that was about how content creation is the new 9 to 5. I'll find the video for you guys, because I was like, it kind of feels like that's true. I never thought about it that way. This is the video. It says, it's a trap. Content creation is the new 9 to 5 trap.
For real, every single day I'll lose the attention. I speak this from experience.
The reason that they say it's kind of like the new 9 to 5 is you feel like you have to create content out of everything, and it kind of takes over to the point where it's not fun anymore. Pull myself together a little bit. Anyway, I don't like talking about this stuff online, even though I know a lot of creators feel this way and feel burned out and feel like it's just trying to squeeze every last bit out of you, like, rather than making videos for an audience and for the people watching. Except for this vlog channel, like, that is the only time I feel like I'm actually making videos for an audience that gives a shit. But everything else, it feels like my main channel and TikTok and even kind of Instagram, it doesn't feel like sharing creative stuff. It just feels like making content for an algorithm, like making generic stuff for an algorithm. And that is like the reality, is that is very draining. It doesn't feel creative, it doesn't feel fun, it doesn't feel fulfilling. Anyway, I think that this all, it just feels like exacerbated because I feel behind from the holidays. Like, all right, I'm popping in here a few days later because I've collected my thoughts more on this, and I feel like I've also gotten more of a handle on how to not feel so overwhelmed, so I want to share that with you guys. So the first thing with feeling overwhelmed, like after the holidays, I think maybe a lot of people can relate. Like, things were sort of put on pause, and if you work for yourself, no one is going to still be doing that. And I think with a lot of jobs, it's the same thing. No one's gonna do your work for you, you still have to do it. And so I was like, oh my god, not only YouTube stuff and whatever, but also personal life. Like, I feel like my apartment was a mess and like everything, you know? But also with the addition of short form content, there's just this added pressure that didn't used to be there, where I feel like there's just more of a workload, it feels like, and I have not figured out how to balance that. Something's gotta give. Like, I have to prioritize one thing over the other. So what I've done is just made a long list of all the things that I need to get done in the next like month even, or want to get done, whatever. And I'm picking 5 a day to focus on, prioritizing the ones that are really the most important. So like, what's gonna have the biggest impact, make me the most money, or is the most urgent. So I pick 5 a day, and then I do the Pomodoro technique, where I've been putting my phone on do not disturb for 25 minutes and then giving myself a 5-minute break, because some of this stuff is like, I have to do that to get myself to do it, because I just really don't want to do some of these things, you know what I mean? So that's helped me a lot not feel overwhelmed. Like, I don't even want to see the big list on the day-to-day. I'm trying to plan out my day the night before, so I'm just focusing on those 5 things, so I'm not so extremely stressed and overwhelmed and feeling like the weight of the world on me. I know that sounds dramatic, but like, it just was getting to be a lot. That's helped a lot. And then another thing, just talking about like the content creation stuff, I do feel like there's been a shift, and I know a lot of people who want nothing to do with ever being a content creator don't care, but maybe if you are a content creator, you do care. And I just am frustrated with the feeling like I'm making stuff for an algorithm. I'm just kind of saying screw it on some of that. Like, I am trying to make some stuff for the algorithm. Like, you have to play the game a little bit, but I feel like you just have to make content that you just want to make anyway, and like sprinkle that in too, or else it's soul sucking, and it's like literally like pointless, and you might as well be doing a job that you don't like, because it's going to become a job that you don't like, if that makes sense. That's kind of why I said it's not worth it anymore, because I got to a point where I was like, if I'm just feeling like I'm a robot making content that's going to do well for an algorithm, then I do feel like it's not worth it. And I'm gonna, even if I make less money, sprinkle in stuff that I actually want to make, because I feel like that's the only way to have longevity in this. Otherwise you're gonna burn out, or you're gonna be just like frustrated. And I don't know, it's just different now. It definitely feels different now in that I don't want to be complaining. I'm trying to like figure it out and figure out how to balance things and let go of what just doesn't really matter that much. Like, I don't know, maybe I upload less often on some kind of platforms, but I'm still including this in my vlog to show you that even if it looks fun to be a content creator, like no one's life is perfect and there are a lot of perks to doing this, but I think everyone gets overwhelmed, and if I'm only showing like the fun things, that's just not reality, and I don't want to be like, I don't want to be unrealistic. I get very afraid I'm going to sound dumb putting this out there because there are harder jobs, let's be real. They're like doctors, and then the other side of just being frustrated with things getting more expensive. Health insurance is the one that I am the most frustrated at because I feel like health insurance specifically is a scam. And most of the time when something is a scam, I stay away. I'm not participating in that. But health insurance is this one where you kind of can't get around it. You could just not be insured, but I think that's not wise. Personally, I rather would just have some kind of insurance in case there was some emergency or accident. It's just the peace of mind too. I don't want to live day to day worrying about that. If I can afford to insure, and that's what I'm trying to remember, like, okay, it is annoying that it costs more and very frustrating, but I'm grateful that I can pay that premium. At the same time, it makes me really mad. And the reason the health insurance specifically makes me really mad is because I'm paying $450 a month and I can't even use it until I pay the high deductible, which is $8,000 a month. So I don't use it. I don't use it at all. I try and do everything to not use it. And if I go to the doctor, a lot of the time I ask to pay in cash because it's cheaper than running it through my insurance. And so it's just, I feel like it's expensive for what it is, for something that I don't even really get to use. But I don't know, maybe it truly is the cost of healthcare is rising. But I think a lot of these companies, insurance companies, often they'll deny your claim for no good reason. And I think a lot of them are just blaming it on inflation when they're just trying to keep more of the profit themselves. Like, I think a lot of places are doing that. It is just so frustrating to see, and I don't know what to do about it. And I actually do have one question for you guys. I have a PPO plan and I want to get an HMO plan because they're cheaper. But if I were to get into an accident and they took me to a hospital that wasn't a part of the network, would I then be stuck with the bill because it's not in the network? That's my plan, or that's my question, because otherwise then I don't want it, because obviously I don't want to get stuck with the bill. That's the whole point. But okay, I'm just including this to show you guys, like, I'm okay. I feel like I've kind of figured out a different little system to not feel so overwhelmed by everything, because frankly I am making less money than the past few years, so I can't afford to just like hire a lot of these things out. I can't afford to hire an assistant to help. Like, I have to do it, and while things get more expensive, I actually am making less. I feel like I've gotten like demoted in a way. I don't know, but also to be fair, I have not been as consistent in uploading, and I'm gonna work on that. So in this moment I'm feeling frustrated, and I feel like I'm not really starting the year off on such a good foot, but that's okay. The year is, you know, 365 days. We can get there. And if you're starting that way also, like, I feel you. It's overwhelming sometimes, like life in general can be, but it's okay. We just got to break it down into smaller steps, and it's gonna be okay. And I'm gonna end this vlog here, and hopefully this helped you if you're feeling this way also. I don't know, I like watching people that I can relate to when I feel that way, so I'm just gonna keep it in. But I'm gonna try to slowly chip away at my to-do list in a non-overwhelming way. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope that it wasn't like sad to watch, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.